Welcome back, guys.
What is up? What is up?
Yo, yo.
What's up, guys? Mike Frank with Berkshire Hathaway, Frank Oliver and Company, coming to you today, talking about all kinds of different things. I'm excited.
What do you got going on in your life?
Oh my God, dude. I'm ready. What's happened?
It's still playing.
It doesn't matter. Dun dun dun. I'm ready. I have my tooth implant surgery tomorrow. I'm like full ready for
news.
it.
Full
Have you ever
send.
been missing like a fucking appendage? That's how I feel without a tooth.
I can't say I have.
It's true.
Have
It's just
you?
like, no, like I'm without a tooth. Like every time I chew on something, I'm like, oh, I'll move it to the other side of my mouth. It's annoying.
I can't.
No.
Okay, what about your real estate world? Anything exciting going on?
No, it's work. It's business. I love business as usual. It's my favorite time. Prospect.
But that's all the time. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Favorite time of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Prospecting time.
I get a little bit of like real estate withdrawal when I don't do it.
Oh, I feel that.
It's like awkward and I don't like it, but I love it at the
I
same
get
time.
gym withdrawal too. Heavily.
Who's Jim?
You're so dumb.
You're welcome.
But I had a
You're
conversation with Liv this morning, and then also kind of texted you the other night. It's like, I can't believe where I'm at right now in my life. I guess, especially real estate related. I'm about, I don't even know, 60, 75% of the way through my goals. Probably closer to 75 at this point. And last year had 4 deals. I forget the volume. And
Last
kind of
year?
how much I made. Yeah, last year I only had 4 deals, but it was like 8 months, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then this year, I did all those things, just started making phone calls, and we had the conversation yesterday a little bit about like I could really knock my goals even farther, like out of the park than they already are. Like I'm at 18 closed and pending. I'm at 6,650,000 in GCI, closed and pending around 70,000, a little over. And we had that conversation yesterday about like, oh, I could easily just take off running, but it's like completely like blows my mind where I'm at, because going from the restaurant, then 4 deals, then like having all this like these pathways in my life and goals that everything's written down, just like a clear head. I don't know. Yeah. Okay.
It's almost like
I have a full-time job.
I'm just saying, it's like if you take this business professionally and you actually commit to doing your activities, like you're going to see an outcome. It takes 90 days? We talked about this the other day.
Yeah.
Right? Like it takes some time to get that commitment, but it's going to pay off.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm kind of at a loss for words, I'm being honest.
So for me, you were the first one of our like whole clan to get to the gym. And I'm not going to lie, like I'm not much of a gym goer. I don't like it. I don't enjoy it. It's not really for me. But what am I going to do? Not like take care of myself, take care of my body. And all of a sudden this morning I'm in the gym for fucking 2.5 hours.
Yeah, it's also like a discipline thing. Like, do I want to get up at 4 every morning? Do I want to get up at 4:30, whatever it is, and go to the gym? No, but it's like if I have these ideas and goals in mind, again, it comes back to fuck your mood and like just do it. Like,
Yeah.
Just cursed on air. Christian's cursing on air.
because you're an angel over there.
I'm an angel.
You might as well have a swear jar beside you, practically filled to the brim, overflowing.
You know what's really funny? No one has ever actually done the swear jar. We've talked about it a lot, but no one's ever actually done it.
You'd probably be like broke, dude. You could write it. You would have so much write-off as a business expense because of your swear jar. You'd be like, well, that's a write-off.
Well, that's a business
That's a
expense.
write-off.
That's a
write-off.
Yeah. My accountant would be like, how did this exactly help you make money? Like, I don't know.
Content.
Yeah, but I was actually thinking this morning on my call with Bianca and then later on my call with Andrea. Shout out to you guys. Yeah, I mean, we haven't really said thank you for bringing us to Summit. I mean, I think that was such a great time for us. I mean, I think there was
Thank yourself, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, without you, we wouldn't have known what Tom Fit is.
Well, that I will give, but also without someone who laid the path before me. So it's all about paying it forward. And like, that's the one thing for me in this business is like helping other people accomplish is more valuable than my own whatever. I don't care how you want to break it down, but like the woman that laid that path for me, I say thank you to her all the time. So you want to see our accountability call this morning?
Yeah.
What?
I was sitting there like for
Why
fucking 20
is your
minutes.
camera off and then Mike is like that? Like it shows how many different people there are in this world.
Yeah, right. Like,
Well,
here you go,
me
for
and
those of you that
Bianca
are
were
paying
actually
attention.
talking while Mike sat, and like me and Bianca are talking. Then we hear some stuff in the back. We're like, "Who's on the call right now?" Because we're
Yeah,
both.
well, neither one of them are like paying attention to their
Yeah.
phone.
Well, so what time was
well,
the call?
It was at 7.
So it was at 7, but
He
I
called
was
it
in the
8:01.
gym and I forgot. And then I was like, oh, wow. My very first message was, I need to realign my schedule so that I can be on the call. Mm-hmm. Which really just means that I need to put my AirPods in because I can be on the call and work out at the same time.
Exactly. That's what me and Bianca did.
Yeah.
Allegedly, y'all walked around the gym like,
That's not true.
And if you're anything like Liv, you're like,
I'm dead. I don't even.
That's you looking at yourself in the mirror.
she knows.
But anyways.
Anyway, all right. So we were talking this morning about getting a better interest rate, which is actually a little bit interesting because at the end of the To Be Frank show, I talked about one of our clients who's making an offer today, and a simple thing that we're doing to get him a better interest rate is buying with a conventional mortgage loan as compared to a non-conforming loan. And so, like, for any of you that don't understand that, all we're talking about is like an investment loan versus a conventional loan. Mm-hmm. And for those of us that qualify for conventional loans, you're going to get a better interest rate and so on and so forth. And like you and I talked about that this morning.
Yes, sir.
Getting a better rate just by getting a more traditional qualifying loan. Mm-hmm. Right? Christian's over here like, what?
Why did they go with conventional? Because on the sheet that we have, conventional has the highest rate. There's USDA, FHA.
So in this case, it wasn't the option of like FHA versus VA versus conventional. In this case, it was an investment loan versus a conventional conforming loan.
Okay.
And so we're going to try and we're going to try and duck, dive, and dodge and move through the system without getting into the non-conforming route.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Which is like, if you ever talk with me, I always say the same thing. Qualifying the difference between two realtors is fucking impossible. These are the little intricacies that like I can't go into someone's house and say, hey, this is why I'm going to save you money.
Yeah.
But when I do it, Zillow call. Excuse me, y'all.
I can't. There's no point.
It's on you.
I mean, you. Let me dive into my phone.
Yo,
We don't
it
beat me
literally
to the
says
punch.
the call dropped.
Yeah. Oh, the call did drop. What the hell?
Yeah.
Maybe they lost the buyer.
Womp, womp,
Hate to see it.
womp.
Well, now I know to keep my phone facing up.
Sad day. In case you guys don't know, for those of us that are paying attention and for those realtors out there, our team is on a lead routing through Zillow. So when a Zillow call comes in, we all get the same call at the same time, and the first person to answer gets the lead. Mm-hmm. I thought that I was the first person to answer.
During our homebuyer event, me and Mike done sprinted out of it.
Oh, yeah, we
try
did.
and answer a call.
You got it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Sad day.
Wait,
I
when
think
it
the
was
call
when it
actually
was
dropped.
The buyer event that I was at.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you were hosting. Andrea's like, I'm never hosting again. No, but at any rate, I lost where I was going, but I was talking about, qualifying the difference between two agents. And as it pertains in this specific situation, we were talking about getting a better interest rate. And yeah, I don't know, like, can we do anything to help our buyer get a better interest rate?
I think providing resources for them and kind of educating them to the best of our abilities. But I think at the end of the day, like, just providing that knowledge of having someone there, like a lender that you trust, that you know.
Yeah, I mean, and the simplicity, right? Like the ease of communication. Not knocking anyone, but Kevin talked about his clients like, hey, we're going to bring you a higher level of service. And that was his value proposition to his clients. And yet his clients still went with a different lender because of an interest rate thing. And I asked Kevin, like, well, hey, what was their origination fee?
Right.
Like what,
right.
How many points are they paying to get that rate? Passive lead. I answered it.
That's so weird. Why did it still go into your boomtown if
I don't
you
know.
didn't answer?
I don't know. Andrea's got me like checking my boomtown over here.
Did you get their information?
I don't know. I'm not doing it right now.
Yeah,
anyway,
podcast.
We'll do this later. So, so one of the things that I found interesting, and if you guys don't know, Liv writes these topics for our show every week. And one of the things that she had said was you can get a lower interest rate by improving your credit score, which of course I knew, but I never really think about that consciously. I guess when I'm having the conversation with my client, it's kind of like, hey, where are you? And if you're at 660, you qualify or you don't, right? If you're at 730, you qualify or you don't. And some people will tell me, oh, I don't want to buy a house because I'm at 735 and I want to get to 750. And I'm like, oh, well, but that doesn't help you because your credit score is already above 720.
Right.
So I don't think about that one often, but the one that really gave me pause was boosting your down payment.
Yeah.
Christian has something to say.
No, I was just thinking about it in a couple different ways because boosting your down payment can have a much better effect on your interest rate rather than your monthly payment. People are like, well, what if I go to 3 to 5%? Like, I'm going to save like a couple $100 on my mortgage payment. In reality, it's just $100, maybe 90,
not even.
maybe, not even, right? And people are like, well, I want to put all this money towards that. It was like, okay, you could probably put that money towards buying down your interest rate or what have you, instead of just saying.
Well, and so if you had, let's just say you were buying a $450,000 house and you had $70,000. Well, you don't have enough to pay 20% down. You don't have enough to buy out your mortgage insurance unless you pay to buy out your mortgage insurance. And maybe that's your route. Maybe buying down your interest rate gets you that same monthly payment and you buy out the interest rate for the life of the loan. So it's worth it to have the mortgage insurance for those first 7 or 8 years. Like, it's all about like how you bring cash towards the closing process, which goes back to Heather's question.
Yep.
Because she was like, oh, can I use this to pay that? No. But what if we could use this to buy out mortgage insurance to then free up money that would allow you to pay for that?
Yeah.
And that's where, like, yeah, it's a simple yes or no question, but it's not as simple as agents want to make it out to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? I don't know. I think if you could put down more money, you're going to buy down your principal balance, which is going to get a lower monthly payment. But you could put down more money by buying down the interest rate.
Now, in terms of buying down the interest rate, are we talking about that mortgage origination fee? Because those can be, it can be a point. It could be just the lender's fee for processing the loan or getting a loan. What do you mean by?
I wish it was that simple. All I can tell you is that my sister went and got pre-approved by our favorite lending company, Navy Federal.
Oh,
I love Navy Federal. Oh my God. And I like argued with her for a while. If anybody from Navy Federal is watching, like, I love Navy Federal too. But you're not my preferred mortgage lender. So like, I wanted to get her into alignment with somebody that was going to help. And what I said was, call Tom. Call Tom. Stop talking to me and get off the phone and call Tom, or I'm going to give Tom your phone number. So she calls Tom. They end up going through the mortgage process. They go under contract. They close. She says to me at the end of the deal, she's like, oh my God, I saved $5,000 and I got a better rate. How did you do that? Well, the comparative analysis showed that, I threw Navy Federal under the bus. So Navy Federal was charging her
no going back now, dude.
Yeah, right. Navy Federal was charging her a 1% origination fee. And so that 1% origination fee was $5,500. PenFed had no origination fee for that particular loan because it was a VA loan.
Yeah.
Tom was able to issue her like a $600 or $700 credit towards her closing costs, and she got a better interest rate because she was able to use that credit to buy down the interest rate. So she was able to get a better interest rate, save the $5,000 on the origination fee, and with the credit, she actually walked away less cash out of her pocket.
That's the thing. I feel like a lot of people in the market don't do their, we'll say, due diligence, or they don't do their research on any of these companies, because at the end of the day, that $3,500 with it's one company or $5,500 another company, they could put that money to much better use and have a different outcome.
Well, and I think that's where it comes back to find someone that you trust.
Yeah.
I'm going to use one of our past clients that works with one of these big national lenders. She goes back to the same lender time and time and time again. So do I think that she's wrong? Yes, I absolutely think that she could get a better product, a better service, a better experience. But you know what? She found someone that she can trust. And so does it really matter?
Right.
Whereas you have the other people that do all the research, Kevin's clients, right? Like the people that do all the research and then they think that they know when they really in fact don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
So going back to that, like use a local lender that you trust, use a team that you have confidence in, and you're going to build value in the long run.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So like, it's certainly not any one person's fault, but what I find is that clients want to do that research. Like you said, they don't do enough research up front. Well, then they want to do too much research.
Yeah.
And it's almost like hurting them.
Yeah, because then they just kind of like spiral out of control.
Well,
and then it becomes like a controlling issue, when in reality the agent that you're working with is there to best help you become a homeowner.
Right.
And then they just start throwing all these things at you. I know this, I know that, I know this, I know that, and then it just ruins the experience for everyone. So go in like asking questions or talking to multiple people instead of doing all this research and saying this is the definite answer, this is what we have to do, and then have a much more enjoyable home buying experience.
And for myself, like I don't want to be the person that tells you who to go to or who to work with.
Right.
So like what I tell people is, here's 2 people. work with these two people because these are the two best people for what you need, right? Like, I think that we have a great lender that provides great service.
Yeah.
And then I have other ancillary lenders that are good for VA loans or good for this type of loan or good for that type of loan. Like an ITIN loan is a specialized lender, right?
Correct.
So I'm going to send you to those people. And when you want to compare all these different people, get a GFE. Stands for good faith estimate. So if you want to come to me and be like, oh, I know what I'm doing and this person has lowest rates and blah, 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 blah. Did you get a GFE? What's that? I immediately know that you don't know what you're doing. Immediately. Like, I already know in advance of our conversation, because I'm here to give you that information, that knowledge, that finding someone that you trust should give you that. And then you can go out to the world and use your knowledge to make the best decision. Whereas we find the other way around a lot more often. People come to us and they're like, oh, my dad's a contractor. Oh, my, cousin's a lender. Oh, my brother just got his real estate license. And it's like, yes. And how can I help you? Right? Your brother that got his real estate license in New Jersey, well, he's going to ask when we have legal review period, and we're going to tell you that we don't. And then you're going to yell at me because you're going to say, yes, you do. And I'm going to say, no, you don't. And I'm going to say, yes, you do. If you were in New Jersey, because that's how they do it in New Jersey and New York and Massachusetts, it's not here. Like, we're here. Find a local person that you trust.
Yeah, for sure.
Boom, roasted. Know-it-all client.
I love like proving some people wrong. Like, oh, okay, Christian. Like, he's like, yes.
It's not even so much it's not even like proving them wrong though. Like, I don't want to prove people wrong.
I don't. But like,
I want to give them knowledge.
It's finally breaking through the point of like, okay, now I trust you. Now I see that you are clearly the real estate agent in the conversation and not I.
And like for intentions of like, again, I love Kevin. I want him to be successful. When he has another client like Jake and Jenna, what you need to do is say, oh yeah, no, I don't know that. And that's okay. Like, no one's looking to you to be the know-it-all knowledge broker. They're looking to you to be a source of value and like a source of service and a resource for their process, not come to you for everything. Yeah. If they needed you for that, like, I don't know. Meanwhile, the irony here is that like the simplest task around the house, anonymous, people are calling like 1-800-plumber, 1-800-contractor. And I'm like, why don't you go online and do your research the same way that you do with your real estate agent? But they don't. Oh, I don't do that. Oh, that's
it also kind of relates to like getting a Redfin agent as your listing agent, right? Like, you're going to get what you pay for.
Hey, no knock on Redfin agents. I mean, I'm not knocking, but it's something to like relate to, right? Like, people aren't doing the research. They aren't having these conversations, and they just go to 1-800, like, sell my home. And then boom, they're like, why am I not getting the product that I'm paying for? Or like what I originally had expected, right?
The service.
Like, they don't understand what all goes into selling your home or buying your home, right?
Yeah. I mean, definitely comes down to the service that you provide. I mean, providing those resources is part of the value that you bring as a real estate agent.
I mean, I agree, and I think that if our clients think that we are supposed to find them a house, they're sorely mistaken.
Yeah.
Right? I think our biggest value is found in this information, sharing with them the content, helping them get a better interest rate, whether it's 1/4% or 1/8%. And a lot of people think that like, oh my God, if I get a better interest rate, I'm going to be in a better situation. Well, how long do you plan on owning the home? Right. So if it's 1/4% and it changes your monthly payment by like $23 a month.
Oh, I have that conversation all the time.
Well, and for some people it's valuable.
Yeah.
But for other people, if you plan on being in this home for 3 to 5 years, $23 a month is not the end of the world.
Right. Yeah. It puts a lot of things in perspective. Like, people are talking about lowering their monthly payment by changing the down payment or interest rate. But in reality, like, if this is your first home, are you going to be in it for 3 years, 5 years? And is that money, are you going to get that back by paying off this lump sum early on? Or are you going to have to, like, is it not going to add up? So you're going to sell the home and then you're not even going to get that money back, or it's not going to even out.
Well, and like, I have a client right now who's trying to start a business. I'm not saying who it is. He is currently employed. He's going to take advantage of his employer to get through the mortgaging process, and then he wants to start a business. So we're talking about, like, if you put all this money towards your down payment and closing costs, then you don't have money to buy tools and technology and resources for your business, right? Like, wouldn't $1,500 to wrap your vehicle to make it look presentable, professional, and get that one extra contract be better than $1,500 towards your down payment and closing costs to save your monthly payment by $9? Yeah. Right. Like, to me, it's a conversation. It's not a question answer.
Yeah. I mean, and if your realtor doesn't ask you those questions, like, they really don't care. They don't, right. They're a yes person. I feel like, again, on the phone with Andrea this morning, it's the era of the skillful agent. You know, that's the survivorship of this type of work. You know, like if you don't bring skill, like it's no longer a Zillow agent answering the phone, showing a house, selling the house.
Right.
You know, you have to bring a lot more value of who you are as a person, as an agent, to the conversation, and asking those questions are important.
The idea is the quest for certainty. So Google is on this quest, right? Because what Google says is that consumers are on a quest for certainty. They want to know what they can expect. They want to know what they're going to outcome, and they're going to know exactly how it's going to play. And so Google is on this quest to find affiliates that are going to show and display that certainty, that they're going to be able to keep people interacting on their websites, interacting on their platforms, working within their companies. The quest for certainty is real. And if you're not here in this industry working to help your client get that certainty that they know that they made the best decision, you're going to lose.
Yeah.
So
Boom roasted.
boom roasted. All right. Well, hey, we got a listing appointment in 6 minutes, so we got to sign off. But catch up with you guys real soon. You can always hit us on Instagram at michaelfrank____, on TikTok at Frank Oliver Co. You can hit us on our website at frankoliverco.com. Christian
the Deadhead on Instagram, the Deadhead Realtor on TikTok, and you can email me, Christian at frankoliverco.com, or you can reach out to me directly via phone, 443-975-8626. Boom! Yeah.
You guys can reach me on Instagram at Drea__Soto, TikTok Drea_Soto, email Andrea at frankoliverco.com, and via text at 443-668-7776.
That's it for today, guys. We'll see you guys real soon.
Bye, guys.
And talk to you then.
Have a good Monday.